It began as an ordinary day. For him, life was as mundane as it could be, but fate had a way of turning the most uneventful moments into something extraordinary. What started as a simple trip spiraled into a confrontation with forces beyond comprehension. In the heart of an ancient battleground, where legends whispered through the ruins, he stood face to face with a power he could neither comprehend nor escape. A mysterious encounter with an enigmatic girl plunged him into a world he wasn't prepared for, a world of gods and myths reborn. Before he knew it, his life was forever changed. He hadn't just stumbled into an ancient conflict, he had become a part of it. Through sheer will and an instinct he didn't know he had, he emerged victorious in a battle against something no ordinary human could face. But victory came at a cost, a gift, or perhaps a curse bestowed upon him. This newfound power wasn't something he wanted, but it wasn't something he could refuse either. It marked him as something extraordinary, something feared. What would he do with this power that wasn't his to begin with? And more importantly, why did it feel like the burden of a god now rested on his mortal shoulders? She arrived as mysteriously as she had first appeared, her piercing gaze brimming with secrets. She knew too much about the world he was now a part of, and her connection to it was undeniable. Her calm demeanor was a sharp contrast to the chaos unfolding around them. With every cryptic word she spoke, he was drawn deeper into a labyrinth of myths, gods, and unimaginable power. But why was she so invested in his journey? Was she his ally, guiding him through this treacherous new reality? Or was there something more to her motives? The world wasn't what it seemed. Hidden beneath the surface was an eternal conflict, a clash of gods, each vying for supremacy. And now, he was at the center of it. The power he had unknowingly claimed made him a key player in this celestial game. It wasn't just about strength, it was about knowledge, strategy, and understanding the intricate web of myths that had shaped the world. But how could a mere human navigate such a dangerous realm? And what did it mean to wield the power of a god in a world that thrived on chaos and destruction? As he trained, fought, and uncovered the secrets of his newfound abilities, a question began to haunt him. Who was he really, and why was he chosen? The powers he now commanded weren't just tools. They were tied to something ancient, something deeply rooted in the history of gods and mortals. But the more he learned, the more the lines blurred between man and deity. Would he remain himself, or was he destined to become something else entirely? The girl remained by his side, her presence both a comfort and a mystery. She guided him through battles and challenges, her knowledge proving invaluable at every turn. But as he met others, beings who claimed to be allies yet carried their own agendas, he began to question everything. Who could he trust in a world where alliances shifted like the sands of time? The line between friend and foe grew thinner with every encounter, and as the stakes rose, he realized that betrayal could come from anywhere, even from those closest to him. His power continued to grow, but with it came consequences he hadn't foreseen. It wasn't just the gods who noticed him. The world itself seemed to react to his presence. Strange phenomena followed him, and whispers of a power too dangerous to wield began to spread. The more he tapped into his abilities, the more he realized they came with a cost, a toll on his mind, his body, and perhaps even his soul. Could he control the power he had been given, or would it ultimately consume him? Despite his doubts, he couldn't turn away. The world was changing, and whether he liked it or not, he was a part of that change. With great power came responsibility. A responsibility he never asked for but couldn't escape. As the battles grew fiercer and the stakes higher, he began to see the world differently. It wasn't just about survival anymore. It was about protecting what mattered, even if it meant sacrificing everything he had. But how far was he willing to go? And what would he lose along the way? In the heat of battle, the truth began to reveal itself. The power he wielded wasn't just a gift. It was a piece of something much larger, a fragment of a story that spanned millennia. And as he faced enemies more powerful than he ever imagined, he began to understand the full scope of his role in this conflict. He wasn't just fighting for himself. He was fighting for a future that hung by a thread. But was the truth worth the price he was paying? And what secret still lay hidden in the depths of this mythical war? As the dust settled from his latest battle, he stood at a crossroads. The path ahead was clearer now, but it was also more treacherous than ever. The girl's gaze met his, her expression unreadable. She spoke of a prophecy, a destiny that he was now bound to fulfill, but the weight of her words only deepened the mystery. What awaited him in the next chapter of his journey? And would he find the strength to face it, or would the burdens of his newfound power finally break him? The answers lay just beyond the horizon, waiting for him to take the next step into the unknown.